What's up, guys? So we got a confirmed breakout for ICP Internet Computer Protocol above $20. That was a very fast recovery because it had gotten back down to about 11, and then suddenly we're up past where we were past 20. It pulled back a little bit to like 19 something. I also did see an article where they were talking about ckSOL, so chain key Solana, that would be on the internet computer, and very much needed and stuff like that. Now there was code, it did show code, and but it doesn't seem like that's actually been implemented yet. So that was like a third party. It wasn't Bitfinity who had kind of came out with that, so I don't know if they had gotten a grant. Maybe somebody can kind of educate me on that portion, if a third party was given the grant to actually complete the ckSOL situation. And then somebody else in a comment on one of my previous videos was saying that ckUSDC and ckUSDT is being worked on. So I mean, again, I don't know the timeline on some of this stuff. Obviously all that would be huge, and then that opens up the ability to have the money markets, which is very, very big as well. And somebody else was saying, and I don't want to go off all this hypothetical stuff, but this is just kind of words through the grapevine, and it does seem to have some validity, especially with the ckSOL situation. But also another situation that's being worked on is to give the tokens that are on ICP the ability to be listed on centralized exchanges more easily, or create a foundation that they can easily be listed on centralized exchanges, because that's kind of been one of the issues of gaining kind of hype and stuff from outside of the ICP community on some of these projects. If you can get these people on centralized exchanges, and then if the price pumps up and then they say, hey, what's this, and then they kind of learn more about the ecosystem, and then it draws more and more people in. That being said, ICP is around about 19th spot on CoinMarketCap, and it seemed to have gotten as low as maybe like 28th. And then if we go clear back to October, it was probably around 30th on CoinMarketCap. And so all that being said, and I looked at the price comparative to the price moves that Bitcoin has made and price points that Ethereum has made, and if someone had kind of jumped in pretty heavy in October, they would be sitting pretty well, even in comparison to the gains that Bitcoin and Ethereum has made. So definitely a very aggressive move. And then obviously Solana has made aggressive moves. Now this is one thing that gets talked about by some of the other people in the ICP community, and I very much agree with them that the future is multi-chain. That's obviously been the case kind of as time has gone on, and different chains have leveraged some of the advancements that other chains have made, or some of the inroads that other chains have made. Notably, obviously, with Ethereum, Solidity became somewhat of a de facto standard, and so you had all these EVMs that popped up that would be somewhere where you could have faster transactions and less fees, and I think we will continue to see more of that. And I think that's going to bid well for the internet computer when the EVM does come out, so that all these smart contracts can be deployed. Because being someone who's in tech, there's various different levels of developers. There's the kind of developers that are going to kind of invent something completely new, and then there's the kind of developers that are mainly going to utilize existing code, and know enough to be able to modify it and sort of adapt it to their application, and not really have to change that much. And kind of, they understand enough about it, but they weren't going to completely be able to invent that themselves or come up with that themselves per se. So there's a lot more of the people that can replicate code than there are that can come up with kind of cost of development is heavy if you're coming up with something brand new, you're doing something completely innovative. So that being said, there's much needed to ICP, and I think a lot of the people are waking up to ICP and just kind of, that now that it made this move, it consolidated and then made this very aggressive move, more people started to investigate into it, and then more people have circled back around to reinvestigate it if they had looked at it a year or two ago. So all that's needed for sure. And you know, all the videos that various people have made, whether that's Jerry Banfield or that's James Allen or that's Bobby O or these different guys, all that's going to be important, because when people are trying to swing back around and do the research, they're going to see those videos, and you know, a lot of that information is, you know, is still relevant. So all that being said, things are looking good. You know, as far as price points of when to cut out, I'm not looking at cutting out anytime soon. There are, and we don't have a true money market, but I think what makes a lot more sense, which I do this on the other chains, is to keep your core position in ICP. And if you haven't staked it, like you haven't went in there and staked it for 4 years or 8 years, and let's just say you're liquid, there are a couple platforms that are kind of newer that you would have the option to just borrow something against it, whether that's CK ETH, CK BTC, and then you can get back out to Ethereum or Bitcoin. You're probably going to get hit with fees. That's why it'd be nice to have ckSOL, because then I can borrow against my ICP, not have to sell out of my ICP position, and then borrow Solana and get back out to the Solana chain. And then if I needed the money to go somewhere else to buy meme coins or something, then you could do that. Or if you need to get money back to your bank account, then you could sell it, and then you'd still have your core position at ICP, assuming that the bull run will continue, which I don't see why it's not. Let's say long-term wise, this might pop around, we might go up and down and stuff here coming up to the Bitcoin halving, but as far as, I don't think that we've hit the peaks for this cycle or anything like that. I think that that's going to be later in 2024, if not potentially even 2025, and maybe we have a double peak or a triple peak or something like that. Really hard to predict. We're kind of in uncharted territories. I've seen some YouTubers saying that they think we're going to go down to Bitcoin 45,000 or something here in the next couple months. I don't see that. There's just too much demand from the ETF products, and there's just still too much excitement. And some of these down days, or there's a few down days, and then it's kind of like not looking great, and then this stuff has an aggressive recovery. That tells me that, you know, things are pretty strong. Volumes have declined a little bit on Solana. I was seeing that trading volumes had declined there, but again, I'm still not seeing a lot of action from the meme coin space. So all that being said, guys, you know, and the thing is, I made a couple of videos asking, you know, are ICP investors frustrated at this point, or are they kind of, you know, what is their frustrations? And I was more asking the question. I'm invested in ICP. I still have my ICP. I didn't sell any. And, you know, I'm newer to the ecosystem. I haven't been around for a year or two on that, but I've been in crypto for over 10 years. So this, you know, again, I would never go all in on one chain. Some of these guys are going all in on ICP. Personally, I'm not going to do that. That's, there's many reasons why I wouldn't do that. Anyway, guys, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, at Twitter, Hive, DTube, Blurt, everywhere. See ya.